Hey there folks, Caleb Downing with SDI, and I'm out here doing just testing, shooting stuff, the stuff that I usually do. And I got to thinking, like, sometimes people wonder why you actually train. Like, what are you training for? Because I was thinking about this, like having buddies out and, you know, just anticipating questions that they might have. And one of those really is, like, what are you actually training for? You see guys come out here, this is public access area that I go shoot at, and you'll see guys come out here, spend 30 minutes getting all kitted up with all this, like, gear, like, everything. And in the back of my mind, I'm like, what are you training for? Well, here's an example. Here's an example for you. This is kind of an admonition to actually get out and do a little bit of training, some training. You don't train to drive your car. Not necessarily, because most of us, I mean, you had to practice to learn how to drive, that's true. But most of us, we end up driving every day. So that's not something you have to, like, it's not a skill that you have to continue to, you know, to try to develop or you're gonna lose it. No, you utilize it every day. So it's not so much a perishable skill. Shooting is a perishable skill. So if you are just extremely recreational shooter, you don't carry a gun, you really don't even have a gun, well then yeah, you probably aren't going to need to train all that much because you don't have regular access to the firearm. That's a whole different topic to get into, so let's leave that where it is. But for the regular people out there that actually do own firearms and carry them or use them for home defense, generally we don't use those firearms every single day. And shooting is a perishable skill. Not so much the picking up of the gun, pointing the gun, and pulling the trigger, but the proficiency in doing so. Because these are life-saving tools. A little bit different than a car, but they're life-saving tools, and they need to be used specifically in order to function properly and in order to be competent with them. Because just as much as they can save a life, they can also hurt a life. And you, as the individual using the firearm, you need to make sure that you are proficient in the use of those firearms. So this is really just an admonition to, yeah, you do get out and train. You need to get out and train if you're going to utilize these tools in a life-saving role. You need to train with them. You need to be competent with them because it is a perishable skill. Like I said earlier, anybody really can pick up a gun and shoot it. But that doesn't mean that you're competent. It doesn't mean that you're proficient with it. And you really, especially tools like these, you really need to make sure that you are being responsible and a responsible user of these tools. Because like I said earlier, and I'll say it one more time, just as easy as these things can save a life, they can hurt a life. All right, so just a little admonition for you guys. If you haven't gotten out and trained recently, try to take some time to do so. Practice some specific skills. Don't just go out and shoot trash. Try to practice some specific skills and stay on top of your proficiency, especially with your own personal firearms, all right? I hope that was interesting. I hope it helped somebody out there. I hope it gave you just a little extra oomph and drive to get out there and practice and train a little bit. Take some actual classes. It is important because you'll learn something from somebody else that you wouldn't learn from yourself. So that's training, and then go out and actually practice what you have learned in that training. All right, that's it. Caleb Downing with SDI. Hope you found it interesting and helpful. Let me know what you guys think, and we'll catch you in the next video. See ya.